Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis is ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Hopefully you guys are all enjoying your day. I missed you guys yesterday. I didn't do a live yesterday. Had a bunch of pop-up videos, though, but I didn't do a live because I was kind of like, I had a couple other stories I wanted to do as a live, but then something just popped up, as it always happens. Something always seems to pop off. And in this particular one, I figured it was enough for us to do a live and talk about this one live as a family. Because, this is a lot to take in, y'all. I'm going to be real. This one's a lot to take in. I'm going to keep it straight real with y'all. Wow. So much to say here. I have so much to say here, which I will be getting into in just a little bit. But... we will be getting into it. But, of course, first off, I wanted to say, I see that Infinite Content, it's his birthday today. Happiest of birthdays, my brother. Thank you so much for just being a part of this family, sending me articles whenever you feel like there's something that you'd like to hear my opinion on and all that. So I appreciate you. Obviously, your energy and your contribution to the show is definitely not ignored. Let's just say that. So I appreciate you. Happiest of birthdays, Infinite Content. Real talk. Seriously. Happy birthday, bro. Everybody give him some love, give him some hearts, all that stuff in the chat. He has definitely been somebody who has been putting in a lot of help and support into this show as far as content to talk about outside of what we're talking about today, or, in this live. So I appreciate you, Infinite. Show him some love in the chat right now. Okay? So, anyway, happy birthday, bro. Hopefully you're getting your cake and you're eating it too. You know what I'm saying? Actually, if you think about it, wait a second. That's kind of a double entendre now. So hopefully you're getting your cake and you're eating it too. Hey! On both ends. That doesn't make sense. That sounds wrong. Let me take that back. But happy birthday, okay? Happy birthday, brother. I hope you have a wonderful one. Real talk, okay? And I don't know how many candles are on that cake, but hey, another rotation around the sun ain't a bad thing, right? It ain't a bad thing. All right. So let's be real, y'all. I know that we have been talking about this subject for quite a long time, okay? And the thing is that there's been more information that seems to be dropping off. And of course, we got to talk about this, all right? We most definitely have got to talk about this without a shadow of a doubt, okay? But there is something else I need to say. And I don't know if this person's actually watching the show right now, but guys, I'm going to kill the music really quick again, because it's interesting that we're celebrating life right now, but I also have to send my condolences to one of our family members. Lost a family member late last night. So I wanted to say a big hug, love, bunch of love, prayers, everything like that to my brother, Immortal Badass. And if you're on Discord, and if you follow him, or if you're on Discord and you're a part of the community on my Discord, please shower him with a bunch of love right now. He has just lost someone very dear to him. And I was hoping that maybe he would be on today so I can send him love, virtually instead of just in text. But he and I have been conversating back and forth, and I just wanted to let you guys know, because he's just as important of a family member as anyone else. And even though we celebrate life, we also need to acknowledge and respect the the end of it, right? The part of someone crossing over. So I just wanted to say to my brother, Immortal Badass, I love you, man. I'm with you. I know I'm not there physically, but mentally, spiritually, I'm with you. And my condolences on your loss. I just wanted you guys to know that. So please, if you can, if you're on Discord, please send him some love on Discord. He really, really deserves it, period. Okay? And I think he just needs that support right now. Okay? So anyway, with all that out the way, I just wanted to say that really, really quick. Okay? It's just interesting. Celebrating life, and we're celebrating death as well, you know? And those pieces are very important, right? That's just part of life, right? But anyway, guys, we got a lot to talk about this today. It's kind of crazy. It's absolutely nuck and fucks, okay? And there's this article that's out here, and we got to look at it. We just got to look at it. So do me a favor, as you guys starting to file in and all that, because this is a article that is starting to become, it's going viral right now. People are sharing it out like crazy, so on and so forth. So we are going to be looking at that article itself, and we're going to be doing a deep dive into this stuff, okay? As much as I can, because I don't want to give too much away, because the person who wrote the article deserves the respect and the eyeballs on, the individual eyeballs on her article itself. But it is quite a salacious, quite a bombshell of a article that shows a little bit more glimpse into the background, into the history of Miss AH. Okay? So we're going to look into this. So before we jump into all this, y'all, do me a favor, hit that like button down below. Send those likes all the way up. Send it past 100 likes really quick. That would really, really mean a lot. Okay? I see a bunch of y'all starting to file in. And please crush that subscribe button. If you haven't done it yet, crush it, crush it, crush it. Do me that favor. You know your boy's out here working hard, out here in these streets for that day. Okay? So hit that subscribe button. Be greatly, greatly appreciated. Okay, let's kill all this music. We did the birthdays and we gave the acknowledgments and all that stuff. So we got to get down to the nitty gritty. Okay, now I know a lot of y'all are sitting here going, what? X parties? Because, I can't really say a whole lot of words. Like I'm going to be, I'm going to be using a lot of code words, okay? I'm going to be using a lot of code words. Just a heads up from this point on. So you just got to be savvy. All right, love? You have to be savvy because there's a lot of words that are going to be said in the read or seen, at least, in this article that I cannot say out loud, okay? So I'm just giving you a full-on heads up. All right? We got to get into this. This is insane. Now, they're saying this is like a eyes wide shut type of thing. Now, like that, the Illuminati, and all that stuff. I've always believed that stuff is around. I've always thought that there was a dark underbelly of Hollywood, of politics, of anywhere of anything that has the upper, you know what I mean? The upper echelon of people. Right? You hear all these crazy stories, and I'm sure a lot of them are rumors and urban legends. But some you're kind of going, well, that just seems too real, And I know some seem too good to be true, but some do feel a bit real. Okay, so we got to go into, first off, we got an article. We're not going to dive into this specific article, but I saw this and I thought this was interesting. And of course, there is this article that we are going to be looking at, another article that we are going to be looking at that has literally gone viral. People are starting to share it like crazy because the accusations and the allegations that are being made in here are absolutely jaw-dropping. And there's footage in here that you see in this article that soon, when we see it in a second, you're going to be like, whoa, doesn't that look like, that looks a lot like such and such. Oh, and there's a lot of other people's names that are being dropped in here too, like Rocket Man. Yeah. And how they like to have fun. Like I call it Twister. Okay. They like to have Twister. They like to play Twister in the bedroom. But it's not a 2-game sport. Just so you know. So let's get into this particular article here. Okay. Now it says Eyes Wide Shut Creep Fest. Okay. So the article was written by a Substack, or it's an article on House Inhabit Substack. Okay. And it talks about these crazy allegations towards Miss AH about some parties and then some. Okay. And now these allegations, these conversations are now becoming viral. People out here in these streets talking about this. And it's funny because a lot of these people already know about this stuff, but why are they keeping it on the hush hush? That's the ongoing question that I have in my mind. Why is it being on the hush hush? Now I get that it's they out here. So, and they know about this and they're probably participating in these parties. Okay. These tea parties. Okay, love. I get it. That they might not want to say anything because they would be exposing themselves. But at the same time, though, you see her on the stand. You know what kind of person? Well, these allegations are saying, you know what kind of person this woman can be or is, and then you don't say nothing? You don't speak up? Or at least you don't go over to Johnny and say, run! Johnny, run! Run! You didn't do that either? Why not? It just doesn't make sense to me. But real quick, super chat. I do appreciate it. Tanya, thank you. In my serious voice, love your channel. Now my sarcastic voice, what? X parties? Not innocent, pure, good-hearted AH. Say it isn't so. Yes, allegedly. I got to slather that on like butter all over this is. Allegedly. These are all just alleged allegations. No one stepped forward and said, it's true. There's so many Twister parties in the basement. No one said anything so far. Okay. This is just an article. God knows if this is absolutely 110% true. It could be half truths. Okay. Could very well be half truths. Twister parties in the basement. You know what I mean? They literally. Okay. But let's look at this article really, really quick before we go to the main event. All right. And it says here with the previously sealed documents, obviously of the JD and AH defamation trial becoming available, an influencer is gaining immense traction for an expose. The Instagram influencer who goes by House Inhabit wrote an expose on Substack on AH's questionable parties. And I still wonder if these questionable parties happened during, because clearly these parties happened before, but it makes you wonder if they happened during their relationship. You know who I'm talking about. Just makes you wonder. All right. Interesting. It's very, very interesting. Infinite just said something. So no one put in place the Dave Chappelle or Derek Jeter rules of confiscating all the phones prior to entry? I guess not, because even in my thumbnail, those are photos from alleged parties. Like I said, we're going to be looking at this article, and it's going to be showing you a whole lot, baby. You're going to be like, what? Okay, it's insane. But it's the thing that we all think is not true, but it is. That's what's so funny. You think it doesn't exist. You just hear it in movies. You hear about it in movies. You hear about it in rumors and all that stuff. They just kind of float around. And then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, that is real. Holy cow. I didn't think it was real. Remember, real quick, when I forgot his name. He's an ex-politician He was a guy in a wheelchair. He was hardcore about the thing that happened on the 6th, if you know what I'm saying. He made accusations that there were parties where they were, doing adult twister. Okay. Like I said, got to use these code words. Doing adult twister within his political party. So Madison, yes. Madison Cawthorn. Okay. He made that crazy well, not crazy, but he made those accusations. He put those things out. And of course, now he ain't in he's not even in office anymore. But still, he put some stuff out there and he was like, there's crazy stuff going on. They have an adult twister, I don't know why he sounds like Rodney Dangerfield, but you know what I'm saying. Okay. So as much as we don't think it's real, it's real. Okay. Oh my God. All right. So let's get in here. So she had some questionable parties. The influencer has garnered a lot of attention online in the recent months after covering the sensational trial. So this is this Instagram page and this Substack is controlled by a woman by the name of Jessica Reed Krause. She shared details about Heard's salacious LA parties. These parties allegedly involved everything from copious amounts of, you can see that acronym, makes you feel good. It's a capsule and you take it and it makes you think everything's so beautiful. You know what I mean? Wow, you're glowing. You know what I'm saying? Alcohol, and of course, let's not forget the fornication. Okay? Mopping my brow, fornication. Okay? Krause shared that she received the information from ex-friends of AH. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Real quick. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of ex-friends of Okay? Let's keep it real. There's a lot. So I'm sure they got stories for days. Okay? They got stories for days. All right? Crazy. A Twitter user who read the article said it was a eyes wide shut creep fest, as it had the experience of celebrities and friends of high profile photographers. Krause had also spoken to the partners of rock stars and others who attended the lewd parties. Now, this is obviously the tweet, okay? But this person tweeted, just read it, and this is some next level reporting. It explains so much as to why mainstream media and other individuals have such a vested interest in keeping her secrets. I know Hollywood and the elite are sketchy, but this is some eyes wide shut creep fest. And I feel like she did it. I feel like it should be, but this is some eyes wide shut creep fest ish. Like, it doesn't seem like it's a full complete sentence, but hey, we're gonna go with it. You only get 150 characters in a tweet, so I'll give her that. Still, good call from downtown. All right, calling it the eyes wide shut type thing. And we all know the stuff, haven't we? Seen these? We have seen. If you haven't seen Eyes Wide Shut, then you're missing out. It's a damn good movie. Okay, first off, but it also does look into these the secret society of the upper echelon and all that stuff. And I'm not saying that this is what they do all the time, but maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe it seems weird, but like, aren't rich people kind of weird sometimes? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe they just want to get it in, but they're like, hey, I have an image and I got to be married to you still, but I got an image because we've built this image together. Why don't we just share? Why don't we just swap at a party? playing Twister. It's just weird, but hey, apparently it exists. Okay. The astounding article also shared details of Rocket Man and Oz relationship. And I mean, I've heard so many different stories about it. I mean, look, even in this photo, you can see there's like allegedly bruises on his face. I've heard that like she was actually putting his paws on him. She was dropping bows on him. Okay. I've heard that story as well. So I don't know. It's a lot to take in. Okay. What did House Habitat reveal about AH? Well, we're going to get into that here shortly. But Kraus, or House Inhabit, okay, revealed that AH met Rocket Man in 2011 when he and his wife hosted parties at their Beverly Hills residence. The expose also revealed that the Rocket Man was paying off AH's defamation trial bills as Heard had some quote unquote some dark-ish on him, a party attendee revealed in the article. So we are going to be looking at this article a little bit. Okay. Just want to give you a quick heads up on that because I'm not going to show the entire article because I want to, of course you can go, it's through a paywall and all that stuff. So I want to give Jessica Reed the credit that she absolutely deserves. And of course, if you're wanting to look at the entire article, you can go there and check it out for yourself. But we are going to be looking at it in just 2 moments here. But oops. Hello, Carter. Hello, Carter. Thank you so much for hopping in. Charlie Miller. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. The really bad starlet, whom we shall not name, okay, is a tea freak. Tea freak. Interesting. I don't know what tea freak means. AH and Rocketman really love playing. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Really love playing Naked Twister and taking off. Gotcha. Interesting. Candy was there. Interesting. Yes, that's the part that I'm finding out as well, is that they're just popping a whole bunch of different things, y'all. Getting into some crazy salacious things when they shouldn't be doing these crazy salacious things. But then remember, she was on the stand. Let's not forget. Okay, first off, these parties, okay, these Twister parties, all right. We still do not know if they were happening. I mean, clearly these things were happening before, but if the question still remains if these parties were still happening during the actual relationship when JD and AH were still together. That's still an ongoing question. Then the second part of that question is, or the third part of that question is, was there anything going on after? Were these parties, did she hop back in being like, I'm single, you know what I mean? And just jump back into the fray? We do not know. Okay. Again, these are still just speculations, theories, okay, and a whole bunch of allegations that we do not have actual proof of somebody actually saying, yes, I was there and I saw everything, and here's a video of all this craziness that went down, okay? All the salaciousness that went down. Jacqueline, thank you so much. You know what I mean? That's still a question, okay? And I got a lot of questions, y'all. So, hey, I got a question for you guys. Please hit that like button down below. Will you please hit that like button down below? Send it past 300 likes for me real quick. It doesn't cost a thing to hit that like button, but it does help with the algorithm. It helps the show get out there. That would really, really mean a lot. I have a gang of different show topics I will be talking about here very, very soon. This is one live. I think I'm going to be doing one more live in a few hours as well on another topic about it's a sad story, but it's a story that we need to talk about. And it's still a mystery. Okay. So please hit that like button. And if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button. All right. And just like T in Tennessee, hello, sweetheart. Yeah. How you doing, girl? Thank you so much for becoming a member. Yes. Thank you so very, very, very much. Thank you. All right. Thank you so very much. Just like T in Tennessee, you can always hit that membership, that join button and become a member and just support this channel. So please do that. That would really, really mean the world to me. All right. But Bad Girl, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. One more real quick before we go dive into this article. There's a YouTube video of Angelina talking about a twister party, and she had to kill a snake as a sacrifice. These parties are real. Bad Girl, see, that's the thing. I've heard about these stories before, but you always sit there and go, okay, these are just stories, right? But I've heard things. I mean, even so, not really shout out, but I have to mention Alex Jones, okay? Even though he's a blubbering idiot, in my personal opinion, especially when it has to do with Sandy Hook and all that happened there, okay? Sorry to bring this up, but he went to some elite underground event that he apparently streamed live or something like that. He went undercover and he was able to go to this particular event that only the elite are a part of. So, like I said, it's real. They are out here, okay? They are out here. These stories are real. It's just that you don't hear them out in the public very often. You know, for a fact, there's some crazy, man, shoot. There are plenty of other, quiet groups that are not part of some upper echelon of whatever, just regular people that are part of groups that will meet up and do this kind of thing. Fornication. You know what I mean? Seriously. It exists. You know what I mean? I got a funny story about that, actually. I got a funny story about that. I will have to tell you guys about that some other time. Charlie Miller, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Rocket Man parked his car in her garage. Yes, he did. He pulled out and he parked it back in there again. Yeah. He most definitely parked his car. But Bohemian Grove. Yes. Yes, you guys are all starting to say it. Megan is saying it. Bad Girl's saying it. Tyler, what's up, man? Tyler's saying it as well. Yes, those things. So those things do exist, okay? You know, for us to even sit here and say that it doesn't, would be insane, right? And if there are people out here, celebrities and whatnot, actually speaking out and saying these things out loud, saying, oh, yeah, I had to do this and blah, blah, blah. Clearly, it is somewhat real. Maybe it's not something that happens every year. Maybe it's not something that happens every month. I'm sorry. Maybe it just happens once a year and it's just one big blowout. You never know. Okay? You just never know. But let's get into this article, shall we? We're not going into the whole thing. Okay? We're just going through it. I'm just giving you just the tip because I think that this woman deserves the eyeballs and the look at it on your own independent time. She deserves this, okay? Real talk. So let's just go into the twister parties, as it does not say above, but you know what I'm saying. I got to do code words. Unfortunately, love, I must do code words because if I don't do that, I can't survive. Okay? So outside of the drunken violent tendencies, the twister parties were the first revelations to come at me repeatedly once I started to dig into Oz past. Information gleaned from varying sources who either knew her during this period or attended the twister parties themselves. Details lined up regarding costumes, satanic themes, and lesbianic orgies performed on stages constructed at residences in and around LA and the Bay Area. What in the hell? I just got started and I'm already sweating. Okay? I just got started and I'm already sweating. Like I said, I'm not even going to go through the whole thing. That's just the tip. But again, details lining up regarding costumes, certain themes, and lesbian orgies. A whole bunch of women holding hands. That's what I'm saying. All at the same time. Just a whole bunch of women holding hands. Biblically. Okay? Performed on stages constructed at residencies in and around LA and the Bay Area. The same faces in regular rotation. Tech gods, capitalists, founders, top executives, and up-and-coming entrepreneurs gathering roughly once a month. Bruh, this is once a month. Roughly once a month for wild evenings fueled by alcohol, twister, and copious amounts of, I'll just show that to you in large, copious amounts of madma. Okay? Copious amounts of madma. Bruh. That's insane. Here's a little photo, just so you know. Hello. Who that be? Who that be, though? Who that be? Who that be, though? Who that be? Okay, moving on. I'm happy to tell you everything because that girl has got everything coming to her. She deserves to suffer. That is what somebody sent in a text message. Sent a photo and a text right after it and said she deserves the worst. Why, though? Crazy, y'all. Let's continue just a little bit more, okay? Wow. Picture every man's basic fantasy. A celebrity told me over a phone call, recounting what they had seen in a series of photos taken at one of these events. A bunch of hot young girls, you know, all over each other in very interesting styled, devilishly styled leather outfits on stage. Amber on a throne-like chair at the center, legs spread, oh my gosh, with like perfect P-star, what? P-star, I'm trying to find a word for this. Ussies, okay, on display, performing twister acts for a room full of men watching below. I'm sorry. I'm reading this and censoring at the live, okay? You gotta work with me here, okay? Everyone knew the girls were there for hire to entertain socially inept billionaires. Now, huh? So this dude said, picture this, honey. We're in there and a bunch of girls are on a stage holding hands, biblically. She's in the middle, sitting in a throne or a throne-like chair in the center of the stage. Her legs are apart. Everything's out there, splayed out for everyone to see. And they're playing Twister in front of all these men. And of course, these men, I mean, come on, look at Rocket Man. Do you think he's a social butterfly? He doesn't come off like the type who's really like on point, right? That can like charismatic and do his thing. You know, he's a little quirky. So he's in a room filled with other billionaires that are just like him. Quiet, to themselves, socially inept, brilliant, and incredibly rich. So let's continue here. This is insane. Woo, baby. Y'all better be hitting that like button. Hit that, man. Y'all hadn't even gotten to 300 likes. Please hit that like button. Send it past 300 likes for me. Come on now. Your boys out here working hard out here in these streets, telling you guys stories that you want to hear. So hit that like button. Send it past 300 likes right now. Okay. And if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button. Do not forget to subscribe. Subscribe, honey. Subscribe. Okay. So let's continue. Yes, Star Perez got the right idea. Hit that like button. It doesn't hurt. Dag nabbit, I don't bite hard. Okay, let's move on. Her connection to Rocket Man, she said, stemmed as far back, and this is what I read in the other article, but I'm going to read it again. It stemmed back as far back as 2011. When he and his wife were hosting parties at their residence in Beverly Hills. So they were already hip to this. He and his wife already knew about this. God knows if Rocket Man met his wife at one of these parties. You know, he just fell in love mid-stroke. You know what I mean? He's like, ooh, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Blasting off. You know what I'm saying? I love you. AH became a quick favorite among the circle because she had a knack for reeling in other young, usually gay, struggling actresses to work as workers, okay, as friends for hire, there we go, and make appearances or perform at these events for Rocket Man and his tech cronies. Yo, come on, man. So she was a recruiter too. Yo, I'm sorry. So she was a recruiter too. She was a talent scout. And I guarantee you, she test drive some, you know, she, you know, she, you know, she gave it a test ride before she put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Usually gay, struggling actresses that were a part of these parties. Just saying. You don't think she's going, oh, this girl's great. We need to bring her in to these parties. Come on. There's a lot of rich guys, deep pockets, you know, they'll keep you, they'll make sure you're good. You know what I mean? Maybe you get to go home with one and he'll drop a couple grand, if not more than that, you know? God knows what's going on in this woman's mind. But clearly, she was doing good enough for her to become a favorite among the circle of friends that were playing very competitive Twister every month. Wow. That's insane to me, y'all. That's absolutely insane. And yes, Leah, I'm seeing everybody's comments. I'm sorry. And I need to respond to you guys more often. I'm sorry. Leah, you're absolutely right. GM vibes for show. You know, Jennifer Irwin said, I believe it, dude. Yeah, I believe it too. This is crazy. Harriet said, GM vibes for show. Yeah. Cake? I think I'm saying your name right. Sorry if I'm not, but crazy stuff indeed. Okay? So she evil. The dark side of, yes, Eagles prey. It's very interesting. Cat, yes. Very much vibes like this indeed. Okay? This is crazy though. Okay. Because it also, let me just say this though, because if it is like this does show, wow, it's just so insane. Yo, this woman is insane. If this is, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm getting tongue tied because this whole thing to me is just this is so wild. Just incredibly wild to me. The fact that this is an actual, like, this is a side of this woman that we're now, that this is allegedly a side of this woman that we're now starting to learn about. And that's absolutely insane to me, if you really think about it. Because we thought she was bad, but now it's getting even worse. But then again, at the same time, I don't know. I'm sorry. No, I can't. I'm trying to, be the good guy and think on the other side of the fence and all that stuff, but I can't think on the other side of the fence. This just shows what type of person we're dealing with, period. And this is not right, in my personal opinion. Okay, let's continue. But she was a crowd favorite, apparently. Okay. Tazia Von Ree, which of course was her wife a while back. But Tazia Von Ree was allegedly one of the early participants wrangled by AH. In the evenings, the two were moonlighting as high-end friends for hire, okay, to wealthy men. And by day, enjoying the perks of being two of the most desired lesbians in their LA hipster queer community. I'm just reading what's being said here. Now, this is the part I thought was very interesting. Cara Delevingne, I'm told, was another celebrated score. Cara Delevingne, right here, was another one. Get ready for this. Who's that right there? Who could that be right there? Look at that. Doesn't that look a lot like? Looks a lot like, sounds like 5 syllables. It's a person, female. Do I need to play charades? That is Cara Delevingne. Right here. Okay? So she was also a favorite. And for me, I'm not surprised. And for me, I'm not surprised, y'all. This is not a left turn to me. We've already seen video. Shout out to Popcorn Planet. But we already saw video from Popcorn Planet, security cam footage of them, getting a quick, more than just a warm embrace. And they were not kissing like they were familiar, like they weren't familiar with each other. That was not a first kiss, to me at least. That looked like they knew each other. And why would they know each other? Other than maybe having an extramarital affair behind JD's back. But maybe they had already had a few trips around the cul-de-sac. Just saying. Okay? Verbal, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. This is just how billionaires keep corn out of their browser history. Girls get paid. Boys have fun. You expected anything else from AH? Nope. Not really. Not really. Okay? Not really at all. Okay. Infinite content. Okay. This is a little bit of a left turn, but okay. Thank you so much for the 5. Pascal, sorry to interrupt, but breaking news. The Justice Department is charging the 4 cops who killed Breonna Taylor. That's great. That's good news to know. And of course, I'll look into it as soon as this live is over, for sure. Okay. So thank you so much, Infinite, for the heads up. But like I said, and that's breaking news. Thank you so much for throwing that in there, because we all need to know what's going on outside of this bubble, this AHJD bubble. Okay. But clearly, and yes, Leah, I agree. It's about damn time. But we're gonna talk about that on another show for sure. Okay. But that is Cara Delevingne. Okay. All right. Del Taco. Remember when I said that by accident? I just thought it was funny. I said, okay, let me just stick with it. Okay. Now, Me Queen just said, let me grab that really quick. Me Queen just said, not surprised at all. Wasn't a stripper before? Freaking horse floppy fish market. And I mean, if you really think about it, maybe and Me Queen, yes, allegedly she had a past as a exotic dancer. That is actually alleged, or that's what was put in these court documents that have recently been unsealed. All right, that she did have a past as that, and allegedly she was out here giving guys the girlfriend experience for money, if that makes any sense. Okay. So, no, I'm not surprised about this. You know, it sucks because as much as I love LA, the more I hear about these kinds of things, it breaks my heart that there's so many people that are willing to do, I guess, whatever it takes to get the bag. And I'm not sitting here saying everybody does this, but it makes me worried about any young female that is wanting to go out there and wanting to find success, and then they're being brought in or submitted to these kinds of parties. They're finding an type of person, and that person is recruiting them to come and be a part of these kinds of parties. It's scary. It's scary in my mind, you know? Instead of just somebody's just talented and was talented enough to be in the picture, to be in these movies, they're having to do this crazy stuff. It's just crazy to me. Because you look at somebody like that is not somebody who has talent. None. Yet she's in these photos. Yet she's in these parties. Yet she's in these movies. But allegedly she's not going to be in, maybe she's not as much in Aquaman 2 anymore. But if you really think about it, the amount of BS that these women, just talk about women first, that they have to go through just to be in a movie is scary. It's scary. Okay. But if you don't know, I'm going to show you, because somebody said, that doesn't look like Cara. I don't see it. Well, wait for this. This is the good one right here. Blammo. You cannot tell me that is not Cara in the pink. And of course, Amber's right there, having a grand old time, laughing and all that stuff. Okay. Somebody just said something. Where is it? Next photo. Okay. That was back in 2014. So yeah, I mean, they out here. They're chummy. Look at this. Another photo. Inside of, outside at the pool. Clearly these aren't photos that are like super salacious or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not seeing anything X-rated, right? Thank God for that, because I couldn't show it on here anyway, but you see what I'm saying. This is some very revealing-ish, period. Extremely revealing-ish. A foam party, I guess. Yeah, maybe. I feel like it's just, I don't know what the hell that is. Styrofoam balls in the water, I guess. Or plastic balls. I don't know what it is, but hey, seems like everybody's enjoying it. Maybe it's so that they can cover up some to have more privacy in the pool. Maybe if somebody's trying to have sex in the pool, they can actually hide, I guess. I don't know. It's very strange to me. But there it is. An acquaintance of Van Ree's, an acquaintance of Van Ree's ex recalled the shock her friend felt upon discovering her girlfriend was involved in this secret twister party, or in this secret twister society. A fact uncovered after a very interesting themed, I guess, after kink themed outfits were found stashed in Van Ree's trunk. The revelation, she said, ultimately ended their relationship. Another friend who witnessed the breakup said, AH, held a weird spell over Tazia. Even after Tazia had moved on and was dating someone new. For whatever reason, she remained desperate to keep Amber happy despite being treated like ish by AH in return. That's very interesting. You got to remember there was the whole accusation from back in the day where they were at an airport. There was apparently some sort of assault charge that was put onto AH. Suddenly that was dropped. Tazia said none of that actually went down, so on and so forth. They tried to say that that there was some sort of discrimination going on when they got arrested because they're a lesbian married couple and all that, only to find out that the cop that arrested them was actually a lesbian too. So it had nothing to do with discrimination. Something happened where AH put her paws on Tazia and it got her arrested. Period. But it is very interesting that she would sit there and say, despite everything, despite how good she would be to AH would absolutely treat her like absolute trash. Fascinating. Again, we are seeing a pattern here, y'all. We are seeing a pattern. Period. Full on pattern. And it goes way, way before JD ever stepped in the picture, y'all. Way before that. T in Tennessee, what's up? Thank you so much for the 5. Appreciate it. This is what hurts women because I really hope all are above age, but it makes me wonder. Abso-freaking-lutely. It does make me wonder that too. Like these, and again, I have to emphasize one more time, again, for the nosebleed seats, that this are all allegations. These are just hearsay, objection, hearsay. But these are all just hearsay. This is all just from sources that have not stepped out and said, yes, I was there. My name is Michael Schmidt. Okay. And this is what happened. You know, I saw with my own 2 eyes. I'm good friends with her. I'm the greatest, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I was close with them and I'm not friends with her anymore, but this is what happened and this is what I saw. But then again, you know, you look at these photos, for example, where did she get these photos? Where could she have gotten these photos? And if you really look at it, this is AH right here, it looks like. That's AH right here. You got Cara Delevingne right here. She's wearing the same outfit without the hat down here. And look at all the balls on the ground. It's the same party as this one. So it does make you wonder, what the hell, man? What the hell, baby? What in the hell? Okay? What in the hell? This is crazy, y'all. Crazy. Because it does make you wonder, how does a woman like her become Mira in Aquaman 2? How does she become who she is? How does she become a name? All right, for lack of a better term. All right. How does she become this? How does she finesse? And maybe this is how she did it. Real nasty like. Real diabolical like, okay? Literally. And I still don't understand how that happened. But this is an interesting super chat. Verbal, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I fully support sex positive women. Hey, so do I. Hey, whatever you do with your body, whatever you do with your time, as long as it's consensual, whatever, do your thing. Do your thing. But when it comes to something like this, it does seem a tad bit diabolical. Just in my personal opinion, it feels a little bit more than just somebody going, hey, I like sex and I like to do these things and I'm going to have some twisted parties with my friends and blah, blah, blah. This seems more than that. And the fact that and if you are doing it only for yourself, that's one thing. But if you're going, hey, you're cute. Yeah, she's hot. Why don't you come to this party with me? And putting a person into a situation that they don't know, another woman or another girl into a situation that they don't know. And then suddenly, because they're in that environment, they feel forced into participating into the romp fest, into the ambiance. That is when it's wrong. Okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm all about a woman who is that is comfortable with their body, knows that they're sexy and all that. That confidence is sexy. I'm with it 100%. But when you try to put this on somebody else, that's not cool. That's just not cool. T in Tennessee. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Perhaps we are getting insight into why the media spins as they do. Yes, that could very well be it as well. Okay? That could very well be it as well. That we're seeing something that, look, why are they leaning on this so much on her? Why are they so why is the media trying to spin it as much as they can, right? And spin it in a way that is still team AH. It just doesn't make sense to me. I feel that mainstream media should be riding on the fence. They should be straddling that fence. That's what I think. Put out the information, both sides of the argument, and let the general public come up with their own conclusions instead of it just being one-sided. That's what I think. That's what I think. Because that's what journalism is. Let's just say that. You're telling both sides of the story, not just one, unless you're a commentator and that's all you do. You know, there's plenty of political pundits out here that are extremely tailored and they stay in that one lane and they speak that narrative to their echo chamber and they do not skip a beat or they do not even step out that lane not once. Okay, they will die on that hill specifically for that echo chamber. But there are journalists out here that are actually going, here's both sides of the story. This might be a long article, but read both. That's what journalism is, period. Okay? So, and Lateef, I love you too, man. Show you love for the hardest working mofo and this side of these YouTube streets. Yes. Help me out, y'all. Okay. Hit that like button down below. I'd really appreciate it. Okay. Hit that like button. Hit it. Get it past 600 likes really quick. I see a bunch of y'all starting to file in. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all y'all who are watching in every corner of the world. And while we're at it, please comment in the comments in the chat. Please let me know where you are watching this show right now. What area, what hood, what country, whatever. Where are you watching this show from right now? Just fire it off in the chat, and I'd really appreciate it, okay? But anyway, somebody just said something. Why isn't she in jail? You know, Lorena, that's a good question. I don't know. I really don't know. There's a lot going on, but I think Australia's going to get her. I think somebody come get her. I think it's going to be Australia. I think Australia's going to get that ass. Woo! I think Australia's going to get her. But we are now finally seeing a little bit more of what this woman is like. Let's continue a little bit more. This is just too good to let off. Okay. So the notion, and of course, real quick, just so you guys know, this Jessica Biel looking woman right here is actually, this looks like Jessica Biel without makeup. Real talk. But this is Tasia Von Ree, her ex-wife. And of course, if you don't know who that is a brunette version of the most diabolical woman on this planet. I'm just kidding. But is she though? I don't know. Y'all think about that. Okay. Okay. All right. But this is AH right here. Okay. So let's continue. The notion of loyalty proved a common theme threaded into conversations with ex-friends. A few confessed to being so enthralled with Amber that they were willing to overlook toxic traits, drastic mood swings, and maniacal meltdowns to remain in her good graces. Some claimed she possessed a unique magnetism that allowed her to manipulate people to the extent she did. But much of her allure seems centered on the plain fact of her beguiling beauty. Blech! A flawless face, model thin body, and gorgeous hair, complemented by a southern charm she could turn on whenever it suited her. What? I'm sorry, she ain't cute though. To me, she ain't cute. I understand there's a lot of the people that are like, oh my God, she's hot. Why is she hot? And she did this thing to Johnny. She's hot though. No, she ain't, man. She aight. She just aight, in my personal opinion. Shoot. But hey, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? But here it is. Let me go back to that part. People were willing to overlook her toxic traits, drastic mood swings, and maniacal meltdowns to remain in her good graces. What were they so worried about? What were they so enthralled, as they said, with her? What was it about her that made everybody be like, treat me like shit? Go ahead. Just treat me like absolute trash. Does that make sense? What makes somebody want to do that, y'all? How is that okay? How is that okay? Okay, I mean, personally, maybe this is what I think. Like, this is how I see it. I don't give a damn how fine you is. If you ugly on the inside, I'm chucking up the deuces and I'm kicking rocks. I'm sorry. I'm out. Good to see you. Don't want to be you. That's just me, though. And also, you got to remember this, too. And God knows where and how these friends met her. Maybe she had some sort of thing that made them realize that she was connected to very powerful people. Not saying that she would blackmail these people. I'm saying that they're seeing that she has connections with Rocket Man and all these other well-to-do individuals. And maybe these people are worried about losing her friendship because that is a connection. You know what I mean? That is a straight line to connecting with this particular billionaire or this person that's really good friends with Steven Spielberg. And you got this script that you really want to get going. I'm still going to be friends with her because she's got these connections and she could help me possibly become a star through her connections. So I don't want to lose her because she is the plug to all these rich mother lovers. Because it's not like she could sit there and say, oh, I got blackmail footage on everybody. I don't think everybody went to these speakeasy parties, to these twister parties, okay? Only the elect few that she had, I'm sure, were invited, unless you were drop dead gorgeous or you were a sex fiend or if you showed up and showed out in the bedroom. I don't think you were getting that phone call being like, hey, we're going to this party, so on and so forth. That's just not what I think. I think that these people were going out of their way because she had those connections. And I don't think she'd be Listen, LA is LA. And people in LA love to drop names. Love to be like, I was sitting at a bar. I was eating this amazing ahi tuna, and then suddenly Tom Cruise just sat right next to me. Oh my God. Everyone does that stuff. That's from what I've realized in LA. Name dropping like a mug, right? Any chance you get, they're going to drop names. So who would think she wouldn't do the same thing? Clearly she did the same thing. And all these people that were around her wanted those connections. Period. All right? But this is wild. Okay? So let's continue. Okay? And the fact that they're sitting there saying, please do not praise this woman. She nasty. Okay? She ugly, in my personal opinion. So flawless face, model thin body, and gorgeous hair, complemented with a southern charm she could turn on whenever it suited her. All right. And then they continue. One friend compared Amber's skin under the harsh glare of fluorescent lighting to that of a baby's bottom. Lineless, poreless perfection. She was so stunning in person, it was hard to concentrate the first time I met her. Blah. Okay, I just kind of threw up in my mouth. All right, but no, that does not work for me. The twisted party subplot, tawdry and salacious as it was more than a juicy footnote. It was central to understanding Rocket Man's stake in the Depp AH trial. Interesting. We knew Musk was footing AH's legal bills in her defamation trial against Johnny, and we knew that Rocket Man was paying off AH's donation debts. But what were his motives? While blackmail theories gained credibility, the media continued to tiptoe around them. Musk was framed as a quirky footnote in trial recaps, despite evidence of a legal battle between him and AH over the frozen embryos. Soon, rumors that Rocket Man was the father of AH's baby continued to gain traction online, later confirmed here by multiple sources. And of course, we already seen all this. And here's an interesting one. Hello. AH just shirtless for what reason? I don't know. The rumor has always been that she has some dark ish on him, and that's why he's indebted to her. A regular at these parties would tell me on the phone, it's not surprising to anyone who knows her. AH was always filming him. She had a method. She had it down. She would get Rocket Man really effed up so incriminating events can transpire and then film it all. Let me tell you, does that sound familiar, babies? Does that sound familiar? Does that MO sound familiar, babies? Think about it. Woo, this girl's the devil. The devil in a blue dress. She's the devil. She's straight the devil. Okay? So she would go. She had some dark ish on him. And that's why he was indebted to her. It's not surprising to anyone who knows her. She was always filming him. She had a method. I'm going to say this again. She had it down. She would get him effed up so incriminating events could transpire and film it all. Does that sound familiar, babies? Remember the footage that we saw during the trial. Remember the photos of JD completely effed up. and pass the F out. Who's to say? And she's taking these photos. Who's to say that she was doing the same thing to JD in hopes that she could walk away with a bag or blackmail him into having him in her back pocket for the rest of his breathing life? Think about it. You remember I said this theory a while back, and I'm going to say it again, okay? Because it shows right here, and this is just from friends saying this, allegedly friends saying this. This shows without a shadow of a doubt that this woman was planning something out on JD. She lured him in, or maybe she said, wow, he's really into me. Cool. Now I can actually sink my hooks into this dude during Rum Diaries. And so she did. She slowly was romantic. She threw everything she could at him to charm him, as they said in this thing, used her Southern charm whenever it fit her. Right here, she turned it on whenever it suited her, because it sounds like she's a sociopath. This is some sociopathic vibes. Found him, knew that he had a history of drug addiction, substance abuse. Okay. And she rode that thing till the wheels fell off. She rode that thing till the wheels fell off. She started taking photos because she's hoping that maybe she's going to get something from it. But he was just passed out. But give it time. She was patient. She continued taping. She continued audio recording. And she got a whole bunch of stuff. But the funny thing is in these moments, she got nothing on him. She had nothing to prove. She had nothing on him to show that he was a terrible or abusive person, that he was putting violence on her. All of it backfired. So she tried it and was successful with the Rocket Man, but she was not successful with JD. Instead, she got sloppy. And you never know. See, I said it before. We're going to continue on this article. So don't worry. We're going to continue on this article. Okay. But I'm just pulling this away for 1 second. Think about it for a second. How does she how does she get to where she is? Okay. I mean, aside from Johnny Depp, I'm saying before JD. Okay. And even so, even before Rocket Man, before these alleged twister parties that went down, how does she get from point A to B? Okay. Car accident. Best friend dies in a car accident. Terrible news. She gets sad. She realizes YOLO, carpe diem. She gets in her car from Texas or whatever and gets out to LA to audition and whatnot. But from that moment that she stepped her feet onto LA soil to Elon Musk, it makes you wonder, how did she get from point A to point Rocket Man? Was she doing this same MO to other connected people? Was she showing up to parties, meeting up with these guys, doing whatever she's doing? And I'm not saying twister parties. I'm just saying other parties. And she just continued to blackmail people as she just climbed the ranks. Think about it. Think about it. She clearly climbed the ranks from and filming everything and saying, "Oh, I know you have a wife. Oh, no. Don't expose me. I have a wife and kids and I love my family. You're going to destroy my family." Well, then you need to introduce me to such and such, or you need to get me into this party, or you just need to give me a whole bunch of money. Thank you. And yes, it is not here, it's heard with a D. Thank you. And moved her way up. It's wild. Okay? So it does make you wonder, how does something like this happen? And then, of course, may have the same MO, the same procedure worked a couple times or maybe 100 times. And then she met the right one. And then she met JD. And JD said, nope, not today, Satan. Not today. Charlie Miller just said, thank you so much for the 2. Rick James song, Super Freak. Best sums up AH. Yep. 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 And she's willing to do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to get what she wants and to destroy that person's career at the same time. And I think JD was one of the only people that got away from her grasp. Not with ease, but he got away. But let's continue with this a little bit more. This is wild, man. But clearly it shows she had it down. It says it right here. She had it down. And to me, it sounds like there's a pattern. That if she's had this down, got to fly in this studio, that clearly she's done this before. Way before Elon and way before JD. The reprehensible amount of damage she has done to so many people, there's also no doubt in my mind. This is this is a text message that she has so much ish on all of Rocket Man's friends and other men that work with him. I mean, I saw her take photos at these parties. People in power that have families and corporations, charities, etc., that would get in serious trouble. She's the blackmail queen. Boyakasha. Bro, bro. Right there. She the blackmail queen, man. She got a whole rhythm. She got a pattern. It's like those serial killers that are out here, they have a ritual. When they find their prey, when they find that person that they are going to take off of this planet, they have a ritual that they do. And if anything goes off kilter, they lose their minds. They get extremely upset. They get pissed off. I feel like this is the same thing with this woman. And of course, don't bring your photos or don't bring your phones. You're not allowed to take any photos at these parties. What do you think she's doing? She probably worked her way up the ranks. She worked her way up the ranks, said, hey, I can recruit other girls. Let me recruit these other girls. And then she's like, F it. Now I run this place. I run this town. So she goes, I'm going to bring my phone in. I don't care. So that she can put blackmail on other people. Oh, he's the producer. What? Oh, he's the such and such and such and such of this. Oh, he's the CEO. Oh, he's the owner. Oh, he's the this, that, and the third. He works at Warner Brothers. Dope. Let me take a few photos real quick while he's out here getting his DS. I know you're married. Looky. What, did you tell your wife you're just out playing poker with the friends? Yeah, you are playing poker. I mean, I'm just saying. Think about it. Another source romantically linked to a well-known rock star said she had seen videos with what appeared to be, I can't read that out loud. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, let me do that again. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to. Okay. Another source romantically linked to a well-known rock star said she had seen videos with what appeared to be minors invited by Amber in compromising situations but explained it was quote unquote complicated because a few people in these videos were also some of the same people involved in the trial, with no specific names or circumstances divulged. What? Rosewood, you did what? Rosewood, you did say that. I could have sworn I saw that in the corner of my eye. What? What? Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh my God, that's bad, y'all. That's bad. And remember, it said with people who are not of age, okay? People who are not of age in compromising positions or compromising situations with a few people that are in these videos that apparently are also, some of these people were also involved in the trial. What the hell? Did these individuals know that these were not above age people? Mind you, I have to use all these code words, okay? That's the question. And then the other question is, did AH know that these people were not above age people? Or no? Or did she even give a damn? Oh my God, y'all. And then of course it makes you wonder, are these few people that were involved in the trial, are we talking about Rocket Man? Are we talking about James Franco? Are we talking about Cara Delevingne wasn't mentioned, but you see what I'm saying? Who are these other people? Okay. Dovey. Hello, Dovey. Thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. Hey, Pascal. Sorry I'm late to the party. You're right on point about AH. It seems that they've been, I guess, calculating on people all along. Yeah. She's super cray-cray. Shaking my head. This will all catch up to her in the end. Yeah, I mean, at the end, she's still gonna have to deal with some names. There's a lot coming to her. There's a lot coming to her. And if these allegations here are actually 110% true, wow, she's in a whirlwind of trouble. And I'm wondering if those people who come out, if those above age people decide to step forward when they were above age, when they were not, I'm sorry, if those not above age people step forward, if they decide to step forward, she's in a whirlwind of trouble. A whirlwind. Okay. Michael Clark, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Cold, calculated, methodical money. Yep. Yep. You're absolutely right. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Well, here's one thing though too. Harriet says, please lock her up. Now here's the thing though. Okay. And I appreciate all y'all's comments and thoughts and all that stuff. So please, do me a favor, hit that like button down below. Send it past 900 likes. 900 likes. A like don't cost a thing. Okay. Like don't cost a thing. She just got married, by the way, just so you know. Anyway, hit that like button down below. Hit it, crush it. That would really, really mean a lot. And of course, crush that subscribe button. Do me that favor. Do me that solid. Okay. Crush that subscribe button if you haven't done it yet. I'm giving you guys a look into this exclusive article. All right. And this is some salacious-ish. Salacious as hell. These are all allegations, though. Okay? These are all allegations. We don't know if any of these accusations are true. This could all just be hearsay. This is all just from friends' mouths. None of them have been credited in this article, mind you. None of them. Okay. But I do give this woman a huge shout out, Jessica Krause, because without her coming in and throwing out these knowledge bombs, okay, knowledge, without her putting out this information, we'd all just be sitting here wondering, this could possibly be something that is full on the truth. 110% the truth. So we have to entertain it just a little bit. Okay? Okay? We got to see it wiggle it just a little bit. Why do I have that song in my head? Anyway, that's some crazy stuff. Okay? So I keep wondering if somebody's going to step up when this comes out, if they're going to actually step out and say some truths. One of these people that was allegedly in this room, because apparently if she took photos, man, I would love to go through her phone right now. Oh my God, I would kill to go through her phone, because I guarantee you she's got some serious blackmail images, blackmailing information that could take all of them down, including her, though, including herself. Like I said, I think she's getting very, very sloppy. All right. She got sloppy with Johnny. And I think she's going to continue to be sloppy from this point on. And if you want to go and check out this article, okay, please go to jessicareedkrause.substack.com. And you should be able to go and check out all of that. Oh, I got another. T in Tennessee, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Her rumored tell-all might not have been JD exclusive. You know, it may not. If the power players indicated are correct, it makes me concerned about her safety. That's very true too. I get it. She has done a lot of wrong, but she's still a human and a mom. Yes, here it is, T in Tennessee. You're absolutely right. Yes, she's still a human being. She still needs to be safe. There's no reason for her to be, let's just say, for lack of a better term, wiped off the face of this planet. Okay? There is no reason for that. And I don't wish any of that on her ever. She justice needs to be served to her if these allegations are true. Now, yes, she did say she has a revenge memoir or a revenge tell-all book that she's going to have coming out. And you're right. It could be more than just JD. JD could just be a chapter. And then the rest could be all about these twister parties and all these socially inept billionaires that were involved and all the stuff that she's had to do or that she ended up doing. Then the other thing is too, is like, how did she end up becoming, and again, T in Tennessee, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. But the other burning question I have in my mind is, how does one go from just being somebody invited to the party to a person who actually facilitates the girls for said party? How does one go from that to that? That'd be a very interesting movie to see too. You know what I'm saying? That'd be a very interesting book to read as well. So maybe she is going to be coming out with this and telling about how she was able to climb the ranks. But she has to be very careful, because if she says anything about not above age people being involved in compromising situations at these said parties with billionaires, she could look at a whirlwind of lawsuits coming her way. She could be seeing the inside of a prison cell if she doesn't write this book right. Just saying. Or if her ghostwriter doesn't write this book right, because you know for a fact she's going to have a ghostwriter. Come on. So others hinted that Rough, Twister, and I can't use that word, okay, and such, I highlighted it, you can see it there, were also happening at these gatherings where desires went unchecked and blurred boundaries unjudged. Blurred lines. I know you want it. I know you want it. Seriously. Now that song's so messed up if you think about it. If you apply it to this situation, it's jacked up. So, when I try to find evidence of these parties and the accusations attached, I can only track down a handful of random headlines about Rocket Man and his wife being denied entrance to another very risque party in Berlin. A rumor Musk later confronted in a tweet claiming he did go to the club, but only because he was unaware that it was a fetish scene and left early because he was quote unquote bored. Think about it. This Rocket Man we talking about. If he ain't the center of attention for that party, I'm sure he's getting bored. And I'm sure his parties take it to the edge. You know what I mean? I'm sure that they're pushing it way beyond the edge at these parties. You know? I'm sure his appetite, okay, his twister appetite may be a little advanced. So he might be in there going, this ain't nothing. You call this a fetish party? The hell is this? I do this on a Tuesday. That could very well be it too, y'all. That could very well be it as well. What in the hell is this? And that is a photo I ain't never seen until just now. What is this? What is this? What? Okay, moving on. And then, of course, this is from one, I guess, from The Sun. I guess this was a report in Vice, The Sun. So he had been on tour of Berlin sex clubs, but Twitter's largest shareholder may wish he had an edit button for a recent night out. He tweeted that he refused to enter the highly exclusive, very permissive techno nightclub. Yeah. But according to the certain reports like The Sun and Vice and users on Reddit, he may have actually been denied entry. So he walked in and he's like, yeah, man, whatever. I tried. So on and so forth. Wow. So for weeks of his tales of his sexcapades dominated my DMs. For weeks, tales of these sexcapades dominated my DMs. If people weren't writing about Heard's love of wine and ecstasy, they were filling my inbox with lewd examples of other reckless habits. Seducing married directors. Ruining friendships due to unhinged jealousy. Isolating Johnny from old friends and berating friends and family whenever she was mad and intoxicated and needed someone to take it out on. Shortly after the end of the trial, a source referred here as Gia reached out, offering valuable insight into this bizarre scenario. In particular, the intimate dynamics between Heard and Rocket Man and the circle they ran with. She compared to a snake pit she was lucky enough to escape. Let me say that again. I guess she was compared to a snake pit. Sorry. And the circle that she ran with compared to a snake pit she was lucky enough to escape. That's what I meant. Her descriptions confirmed every rumor and suspicion I had collected throughout my coverage about dismal incentives, morale she'd shed like old skin, and money funding money funding the fantasies unveiled in these quiet villas on the hill. She said some of these things, some of the things she had witnessed, were too dark for words. The details of one secret twister party, not hosted by Rocket Man, sounded straight out of a Kubrick production. Blindfolded participants met at a designated spot and were shuttled to a remote location where cell phones were confiscated at the door and nude women dangled from treetops secured by harnesses with bags over their heads. What? She said, once you arrived, it was clear you could not, quote unquote, just leave if you wanted. You were expected to see it through its entirety. A performance consisted of the two bagged women being effed by devil horns and spraying stuff on stage outdoors, and themed rooms sanctioned off during intermissions with people effing everywhere inside. This is literally what we're talking about, the eyes wide shut ish. Yes, about control. Yes, about control, cut out, maneuver, manipulate, create, create traps, and deceive. Just a giant game of skullduggery and effery, and lacks true logic and focus on what is relevant and true. Whatever she can do to get what she wants appear to come out like an innocent, well-behaved, put-together woman who was so wronged by the world and everyone in it. She will hurt everyone in her path, wash her hands of blood with a smile on her face. Wow. And that's in the text message as well. What the hell? That's insane. As the story goes, Gia was lured to Los Angeles from a small southern town in search of modeling jobs, where she connected with famous faces almost immediately. Invitations to gala events and nightclub openings soon followed. She did exotic vacations with A-list actors. Her first taste of LA offered a thrilling alternative to the straight-laced lifestyle she was accustomed to. As a young wife and mother, tossed into a strict suburban surrender just out of high school, she had never, quote unquote, partied. LA seemed like a carnival of new opportunities. She met AH early on at the bar in the Chateau Marmont during a weekend visit. The two exchanged numbers, and Heard followed up with texts about horseback riding in Texas and other childhood nostalgia they shared because of their similar upbringings in neighboring home states. Their second meeting was at the Abbey in West Hollywood, where Heard introduced her to her best friend Rocky. Remember Rocky? And made the first move, kissing Gia and slipping a pill into her mouth. I remember her kissing me and nothing else, Gia told her, the reporter, on our first phone call. When she woke up, she found herself alone in Amber's Silver Lake loft, deemed the treehouse, with a handwritten note on the bed beside her. She says she was confused but enamored because she had never been into women. The intensity of this new attraction caught her off guard. She credited AH as being, quote unquote, very seductive and smart. She figured out what you liked and told you things you wanted to hear. It was almost like being in a trance whenever I was around her. And this is very interesting right here, is the handwritten note. Interesting, right? Morning, lovely. Had to rush out. Make yourself at home. A. Handwriting interesting, right? Handwriting interesting, right? Hold on. Let me just see if I have this here still. Let me just see. Let me just see if I have something here, guys. Hold on. Because that right there, oh my gosh, I still do. That handwriting right here makes me, and I don't know, this is the shot in the dark. I have not looked at this photo in a while. So mind you, this is a old photo of her allegedly being after having an altercation with JD. But there's this handwriting on this note that I'm wondering if it's the same. So just ride with me for a second, okay? I just wanted to take a look at this photo right here. Is it almost like that one? Is it almost like that one? I don't know. Hold on. Let me just look at that photo one more time. One more again. I'm getting a vibe. To me, it seems like it's the same writing. But allegedly, in that particular photo, she claims that this is what he wrote to her. But look at her handwriting. Ain't it the same, though? That's the same, though, right? It's kind of the same. Okay, one more time, one more again. For all y'all in the nosebleed seats. See that T, the aura? Let's look at the R's and the T's real quick. You see the R's and the T's. Okay. To me, it seems like they're the same. Okay. So this is what she wrote to Gia after she had kissed her, slipped something in her mouth that made her pass out. And then she woke up. This girl woke up in love. She woke up enamored. I don't understand what it is about this woman, but this woman's, oh my God, I don't get it. Okay. But she said, man, that's so crazy. She figured things out you liked and told you things you wanted to hear. It was almost like being in a trance whenever I was around her. That's literally, and then of course there was this letter that she left behind. And unfortunately, I can't do side by side. I really wish I could. I really, really wish I could. Okay. I really wish I could. But unfortunately, I cannot. But she is a master. Tamara, yes, she's a master manipulator for show. Okay. This is insane. Okay. The connection prompted her to finally officially move to LA. So AH insinuated that they had a future together, flooding her with adoring texts and promises of what was to come in their newly formed relationship. But when she arrived, things changed quickly, drastically. Initially, she says, it was an exciting change of scenery. Her LA chapter was punctuated by her induction into AH's inner circle, a stylish collective of hipster Hollywood it girls and fame-hungry starlets, mingling with young feminist artists and writers at the forefront of progressive queer culture, bonded by shared enthusiasm for heedless drug use and nonstop partying. The Twister Party circuit came next. At the time, Gia said she had no idea who Rocket Man was, so she was thrown off by his social awkwardness. He seemed an odd fit for Amber, who was lively and flirtatious, the center of attention in every scenario. When she questioned his offbeat mannerisms and facial tics, AH's response was less defensive than dismissive. Something along the lines of, I know, but he's really smart. Things transpired quickly when the trio turned lovely. I don't know the word. Turned twister like. Okay. After AH invited Gia to join them as a third. Now, if this person who's coming out and saying these things, hold on, sorry guys. Now, if this person is saying these things, this Gia, is not Cara Delevingne, if it's not Del Taco, all right, if this is not Del Taco, there's a pattern again. Again, another pattern. She met Rocket Man. AH met Rocket Man, became connected with him, held on to him for dear life, and kept feeding him things that he wanted, which is threesomes. Sorry. Which was doing this thing. And of course, they tried to bring her in as a turd. A turd. Okay? They tried to invite Gia as a third. Okay? So that's very, very interesting. Okay? After AH invited her as a third, a routine that consisted of Rocket Man watching her and AH together, or her watching AH and Rocket Man have play Twister. The one rule: he was not allowed to touch the other woman, but could pleasure himself while he watched. Whew. Gia laughingly recalled one occasion where, after watching AH perform a ridiculous, overacted climax, she confronted her about it, asking, "What was that all about?" And of course, apparently, AH said, "He doesn't know the difference anyway." Ting. That's crazy. Okay. Of course, there's a photo here of these girls hanging out, but I can't show that for very much longer, but you see it. All right. This is insane. Now, as months went on and the three of them grew closer, she started spending more time with AH at Rocket Man's residence in Bel Air. He owned a cluster of properties designated for different purposes, one for parties, one for family, one for business, etc. The general vibe could almost be described as wholesome. During these visits, she was privy to a different angle, a more relaxed version of Rocket Man in a domestic setting. He was a doting parent, engaged and attentive whenever his children were around. She said she was surprised by what an amazing father he was, sitting sometimes for hours playing video games or cards with the boys while AH and her cooked dinner and set the table. Wow. But the partying dominated their off time. The drugs fueled the worst in both, igniting erratic temper in her and frantic paranoia in him. When he realized she was cheating, he bugged her houses and started tracking her cars. Now, that is something that we've all been hearing rumors about, but now we're hearing it in here. A rumor solidly confirmed by Jennifer Howell, who said that AH gave Whitney the Tesla Rocket Man had gifted her when she realized it was outfitted with a high-tech tracking device monitoring her every move. The obsessive measures stretched overseas during the filming of Aquaman. While AH was on location in Australia, Rocket Man told Gia he watched her have relations with an unknown man in the front yard of her rental house because, thanks to the cameras he had installed in the property. What? What? Oh my God, Elon Musk. What? Bro, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No woman. No woman is that. No. I'm sorry. What? Now somebody help me out here. When okay, somebody help me out here. Because I might have the math wrong. So help me with the math. Aquaman. The filming of Aquaman. When did this is a quick pop quiz for you guys because I can't look it up right now. When did the filming of Aquaman start? Was that had to have been after the divorce, right? Or was that before the divorce? Somebody help me out with that. But this dude is straight up overly doting on this woman. I'm sorry. No woman. No. I'm sorry. She does not have the magical vagina. I'm sorry. It's sorry. No. Peace. Movie came out in 2018. So it was after the divorce. Okay. That's so crazy. Sorry. But this is what literally during the filming, he literally had cameras installed in her rental house so that he could keep an eye on her. That's insane. Okay? That's straight up 110% insane. Okay? Let's continue. As the relationship started to crumble, Rocket Man grew increasingly neurotic and overly suspicious of everyone around him. Gia recalls waking up from a nap and finding her thumb in his hand. Him trying to unlock her cell phone while she slept. By this point, Gia was already pulling away from AH after a series of questionable events convinced her she was in danger when the girls were alone together. On one occasion, after spending the night with AH, she says she woke up and had no recollection of the time. So dazed that she was struggling to regain a steady sense of consciousness. A fog so heavy, she compared it to coming out of amnesia. Whoa! I knew if I continued this way with her, I might not wake up. I don't know what she gave to me, but I knew my life was probably in danger when I was with her alone. But oh boy, she's actually a total psycho, and not a doubt in my mind will kill somebody at some point if she has not already. Wow. A Gatsby themed party in San Francisco is where it all came crashing to a head. Rocket Man invited and encouraged Gia to come. She arrived in a beautiful beaded 1920s style gown at this Gatsby party. She remembers the dress with loving detail. Okay. It was delicate but sexy. She was under the impression that AH would not be at this event. She knew Rocket Man and she had broken up, and things had gotten increasingly ugly after the incident in Australia. So she was stunned to hear her name called out from atop the staircase by AH above her as she was greeting people at the bar below. She says, spotting the actor. She said that spotting the actor she brought as her date infuriated her. triggering a violent attack in front of a room full of people. God, he was so cute. Ha ha ha. Because I was so into him, she flipped out. I brought a guy, especially him. Nobody's allowed to play with her toys. She didn't actually give two F's about me. It's just one of her toys at the bottom of the toy chest. And as soon as someone else is playing with it, they want it back. That's her. So it's about control, mainly. Ha ha ha. She's like Veruca Salt. I want it now. Yes. She grabbed me by my neck and started slashing my dress with a wine opener like a maniac, screaming that she was going to slit my neck for effing her boyfriend. What? She took a wine opener, started slashing the dress and saying that she was going to slit her neck for effing her boyfriend. It took a friend of AH's to finally pull her off of Gia and away from the bar. But the shredded dress marked an indefinite end to whatever lingering infatuation still remained. Wow. She said Rocket Man would pull her aside weeks later at another event, urging her to stay far away from AH because he fears she might actually unalive her. He seemed genuinely scared. He said, I think he knew, or she said, I think he knew she was crazy enough to do it. And she knew he would be the one to clean it up if she did. Holy poop on a stick, children. Holy poop on a stick. Obviously, there's a whole lot more to this article. You guys have got to go and check it out if you want. The full article is on this woman's page, on her website. I'm sorry. That is jessicareedkraus.substack.com. Okay. You can go there and check out the whole freaking thing. This is just a snippet of the whole shebang. But as you can see, this is absolutely nuck and futz. This woman is clearly, is off. I think he knew she was crazy enough to do it, and she knew he would be the one to clean it up if she did. I'm sorry, like it just lingering on that part. Now, if this whole thing is true, okay? If this whole thing is true and it's coming from real real facts, real accounts, this is when I want to know who Gia is, what that person's like, who is that for real? Because obviously that person still was hanging out in the, in the in crowd, right? Was still in these parties, kicking it and all that stuff. It makes you wonder, who could it be? Because clearly that's maybe a main model or actress that may have found some success in some sort of way. But it's wild that this woman, from these allegations, has her claws that deep in this crowd. And it's interesting because, I'm sorry. No vagina is that powerful. No vagina is that magical to the point where you're tracking cars and you're installing, cameras in people's homes, in their rentals when they're over there, and when they're overseas in Australia or something like that. You just don't do that. That's insane. I'm sorry. No vagina And no penis is that magical. Trust me, guys, it's not. Okay? So the fact that this guy was doing that is insane. But clearly, having that kind of information on his head is probably one of the things that she was using to blackmail him. It's got to be. Then, of course, we got to talk about the baby. Clearly, the baby is Elon's. I mean, that's just what I think. Clearly, the baby's Elon's, in my personal opinion. But you could see that this woman had a lot of things hanging that she could use, hanging over a lot of people's heads. And this also shows that this is a person that is evil. This is a very evil person that has a pattern, that has an MO. She will continue to go down this route of doing certain things over and over and over again until somebody stops her. And it may have been a situation where Johnny Depp finally stopped her. Maybe. One of the only people that was able to be successful enough to expose her for who she is and get justice for himself. But this is the craziest ish I have seen in a while. Now, if any of this is true, which I feel that a lot of this is true, or at least true to the people that told their sides of this particular story. If this is 110% true, I wish and I encourage any of these people, Gia, any of the above-aged people, if you know what I'm saying, even the people who are not above age that were involved in these things, in these situations, I encourage them to step forward. Because I look at this and I see crimes being committed by AH and Rocket Man and these other billionaire socially inept individuals. There's a lot here. This is chock full of serious allegations, law-breaking allegations on not only AH, but Rocket Man and a whole bunch of other people. As salacious as it may be, the fact that they were doing things to these women, the fact that she was recruiting, the fact that there was not above age people that were invited to these parties and thrown into certain acts that should not have been thrown into acts. The copious amounts of people ingesting things that they shouldn't be ingesting, some of them against their will. I'm surprised no one has stepped forward about this. And it makes you wonder why some of these people hid. Why were they so quiet? Why didn't they step forward? And why haven't anybody stepped forward? And I guarantee you, a lot of them are scared. They're scared for their life. They're absolutely terrified for their lives. This is sad. No, I'm mad at everybody. I'm not only just mad at Elon. I'm mad at everybody. If this article is true, this is absolutely insane. And they're both devilish. Both, because they were basically Bonnie and Clyde of the Twister ring. You know what I'm saying? These Twister parties, man, they were a part of it. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Patricia, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. She will ruin this child. I need to wash just listening to this stuff. Yeah. And I was cold reading the hell out of that end part. But yeah, insane. Okay? In freaking insane. T in Tennessee, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. It isn't all about the P. It's about the charisma of control. Yeah. Think Manson, Jim Jones, or a certain German. Yes. You got a point there. You definitely got a point there. And it's wild that people were sitting there going, like, she even said, Gia said, she slipped me something. She kissed me. She slipped me something. I woke up in a haze, but I still felt enamored. I was still enthralled by her beauty and the amount of love that she gave me. That is crazy to me, y'all. That is absolutely insane. Yeah, Tyler. Shoot, you know, this was good enough for me to do a live on, Tyler. Okay, I had to do this one. Seriously, I'll tell you this really quick. I was literally balancing between one particular story and this one. I was like, which one should I, because I hadn't done a live. I missed yesterday. So I was like, I need to do a live. Which one am I going to do? And I was like, this one's too crazy. Way too salacious for me not to do a live and just react with the fam. So I was like, all right, let me grab this one and do it with the fam. This is insane, y'all. This is absolutely insane. Okay, this story is crazy. And I appreciate all y'all for taking the time to watch it with me. But do me a favor, guys, before we continue on, hit that like button down below. Send it past 1,100 likes. Okay? 1,100 likes. A like don't cost a thing. It helps this channel grow. I'd really, really appreciate it. So please hit that like button and send it past 1,100 likes. I'd love to see it go past 1K likes real quick. Support as much as you can. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Okay? Hit that subscribe button. Crush it. Make it scream out your name. Okay? I'd really, really appreciate it. I'm almost at 72,000 subscribers. Real talk. I'm almost at 72,000 subscribers, like this close. So please do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Support. And of course, you can go over, check out my locals page. Okay? Please join. You can join my Patreon. All right. Also, I have that join button down below if you just want to become a member on just this page and just, support this channel. That would be greatly appreciated. And also, I got another small request. And it's 3 different things. Whatever platform you are on, if you are on TikTok or Twitter or on Instagram, and those, if you have one main platform that you go to all the time outside of the YouTube or Facebook lives, please go and follow me on TikTok, The Pascal Show, one word, Instagram, The Pascal Show, one word, and Twitter, The Pascal Show, one word. Please follow me, whichever platform you enjoy to be on the most off after YouTube, of course. Okay. And I see a bunch of y'all watch it on Twitch and on Facebook. So please hit that follow button on those platforms as well. That would really, I would really appreciate it. Okay. Pam Curry, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Didn't Rockman play in E's Circle? He got the money to pay anybody and everything. Yeah. He got money to pay. I guess, to throw anybody and everyone, everything away. Yeah, you are absolutely right. Immortal Duke, I appreciate it. Thank you, Immortal. I really do appreciate it. But yes, there could be some connections here. There could be some connections with JE. There could be, and there might not be. They could have been running their own thing. Own separate thing. You also got to remember, JE was in trouble for a good minute. You never know if Elon was catching wind of those things and said, hey, nah, we ain't running with him anymore. We're going to do our own thing because I don't want to be connected to that. And he could have parted ways. That could very well be what it is as well. Okay. But to think that these accusations, these allegations that have come into just this article. And again, this is not even the whole article, y'all. Okay? This ain't even the whole article. Now, if this was the like just on that art piece alone, which is this is a very lengthy article. If these accusations are true, then homeboy got a lot of splaining to do. And her too. They both got a lot of splaining to do. All right. Man, somebody just said this too in a chat in a comment down below. Said, as someone who's worked in Hollywood for 21 years, I've heard rumors about these parties for a long time. I once met an adult star who said that working such events was a major source of revenue for her. This is one of the most important and probably dangerous articles you have published. Thank you and stay safe. That's what somebody literally said as a comment. It's crazy, y'all. And I'll tell you this, that girl, Jessica Krause is one ballsy chick. That's one ballsy girl, man. I'll tell you that, because this information, mind-blowing. Okay, my mind is absolutely blown, love, absolutely blown. And the plot is only going to get thicker than a snicker. I just feel like it's only going to get worse for AH. You see it right here. It's only on a blog. This is not a mainstream article. Why is this not mainstream? I'll let you guys figure that out for yourselves. But again, these stories are not like, who's to say that this could be somebody making this up? That's one thing you have to put into consideration, which sucks, because you wish it was like somebody coming out and saying, yes, I was at these parties. My name is so and so. I was a part of it. I was in I was in a romantic relationship with AH and Rocket Man. But right now, this article, there are no names in here. They're all just a friend or a former friend or someone that was at the parties says this, this, and this. It'd be different if it would make this article stick even more. It would make the landing stick more if there were actual names in this. Because right now, these are just allegations. And somebody out here could look at this and go, oh, this is just fan fiction. Somebody just created fan fiction. But to me, I feel like this is 100% real. And I don't think this woman would destroy her entire career to write something that's fake. I think this is real work right here. And she got down to the nitty gritty and found some stuff. That's what I think. Andrea Marie, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. We knew she was crazy, but wow, this is a plot twist. Absolutely a plot twist. Damn right, a plot twist, Andrea. Audrey Marie. I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to mess up your name. Okay. But Audrey, you're absolutely mother-loving right. Huge plot twist. Crazy. Trey Crump said, talk to Popcorn Planet. He has some contacts. Confirm some of this. Ooh. Yes. And I would love to see what he said, or if he's covered this. Has he covered this? That's what I'd like to know. I guess he's going to be doing a thing soon talking about this. But yeah, it's Nuck and Futz, y'all. It's Nuck and Futz. It's nuts. I guess he posted it a little bit ago. Anyway, it's funny. We were on the same thing. Me and Andy were on the same damn thing, same damn train. But yes, crazy, right? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Unfreaking believable. Maybe I'll hop on his show maybe I'll hop on when if he goes live and if he opens up the thing for other people to hop on, because this is just, like I said, just crazy. And if this is absolutely 110% true, I would want to hear. I want to hear from the horse's mouth. You know what I mean? In fact, I'd love to get in touch with this girl Jessica. I would love for that. I would love for that. In fact, I think I'm going to reach out to her in a little bit and see if I can make that happen. Because that would be hella dope. Because this is just crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. All right. So, Tug's on it too? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. But of course Tug's on it. Like, I was looking at this last night and I was like, okay, I might do it as a pop-up. I might do it as this. I was just like hopping back and forth trying to figure out what I was going to do. And then I decided, F it, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? But yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I think I guess I was on and then he uploaded his video around the same time, because I was like, all right, I need to hop on and do a live and talk about this. And this was something I was looking at last night. And I'm like, yo, we got to talk about this because this is crazy. This is crazy. Okay. And so I am glad I covered it. I'm glad I got to chop it up with you guys about this and all that. This is absolutely crazy. And the plot is only going to thicken. Trust and believe. The plot is only going to thicken from this point on. Yeah, this is crazy. So, guys, please do me a favor before we continue. Hit that like button down below. Send it past 1,100 likes. Okay, 1.1K would be amazing to see. And, of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. All right? Be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. Jeez. It's been one hell of a day. It's been one hell of a show. This is just it's so wild. This article is unbelievable. I'm gonna try to see if I can get this girl on. That would be amazing. Okay. And of course, hit that join button down below or follow my locals. All right. That would be dope as well. This is crazy. So, guys, that is about it. Okay. Gotcha, Margarita. And T-Bone, thank you so much for finding me. All right. And thank you so much for sticking around and supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so bloody much. Thank you so much. Okay. And of course I had to talk about it, but like I said, my channel, yes, I talk about this, the AH stuff. And if there's more salacious stuff like this that pops off, for a fact, I'm going to be talking about it here. But then also on top of that, I talk about other things on this channel and on my show, because there's a lot to talk about that is beyond this. You know what I'm saying? That's beyond this story. So many bigger stories going on, but this is a big story. We've been covering it for a while, so this is a very big, telling, very revealing piece of information. This is crazy. Okay, so we definitely had to talk about it. So please, guys, be sure to hit that like button down below. And of course, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Okay, I'd really appreciate it. All right. This is just nuts. I'm sorry. I'm still wrapping my mind around this because there's so much in this thing where I'm like, yo, damn, he didn't give, man, like just insane. Okay. Just insane. Okay. Just insane. Okay. I'm just, yeah, my mind is just blown right now. That whole thing. If that is 110% true, which obviously we're gonna, if Andy got some truths or he's got some people that can help debunk it, then we're gonna find out very, very soon. Okay. But yes, we are going down that rabbit hole, Rodney. Okay, we are definitely going down that rabbit hole. So please, guys, hit that subscribe button. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Support in any way you can. I got that merch page, or that I got merch. Link is down below if you want some cool, some dope designs. Still got some stuff on there as well. Please go and check it out. But these accusations, they should be seeing some criminal charges. In my personal opinion, they should be seeing some criminal charges for sure. And hopefully I'll be able to bring somebody on later on today to talk more about that side of things, because this is absolutely insane, personally. Okay. Mr. Chill, thank you so much for the $2. You're the best, Pascal. Thanks for what you do. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Like I said, there's so much to cover. There's so many other stories going down, and those stories matter too. And I'm trying to bring those in as much as I can, other than just this. Because yes, this is crazy, but there's other craziness that's going on out here as well. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna say that is the show for this morning. Okay, I appreciate all y'all for being on. You guys have been amazing. What a great conversation. I'll see if I can hop on to Andy's show. I know he's got busy doing a bunch of things. Okay, but hopefully I'll be able to hop on and chop it up with him as well about this, because this is some crazy. That was a crazy article, y'all. That was crazy. Okay. Crazy article. But anyway, I love every single last one of y'all. You guys have been amazing. Yes, we went past the 1.1K. Yes. Thank you so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. Please, again, I have to say it, hit that like button down below. All right. Do not forget to crush that subscribe button. All right. And I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon. If something's popping off with this, surrounding this story, you know for a fact we will be here live to talk about it. So subscribe and support if you can. Anyway, it's time to get going. I'll see you guys soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Man, the craziness just continues at an all-time high. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.